My name is Michael Rabin. I teach 5th grade history. I have 4 years of teaching experience, and this is my 2nd year at APA. One of the characteristics that makes Achievement Prep unique is that we follow a middle school model, which means that even though we're a 4th through 8th grade school, every single one of our scholars from 4th grade through 8th grade has 4 different content area teachers. So they actually change from class to class. And what that means is that they're exposed to platinum teachers who are masters in their content. And that means that they are being exposed to very rigorous curriculum, even from a 4th grade level. The other thing that really makes this school unique, different from other schools that I've ever been to, is that every single adult in the building is here for the purpose of making sure our scholars get to college. Our school leadership is phenomenal, and they do a lot to support us in being being the best platinum teachers that we can be. They are constantly in our classrooms giving us real-time feedback on ways that we can better prepare ourselves to ensure that our scholars are successful. We meet with our school leaders once a week in individual meetings to set personal goals for us so that we grow as platinum teachers, so that again we can ensure that our scholars are successful and that we're delivering the highest possible content and the highest rigorous content to our scholars so that they can compete in this world. We do a lot to engage with the family of our scholars here. We know that families are so important to our scholars' lives, and we want to empower them to help their scholars grow just like we're doing in the building. As platinum teachers, we are constantly on the phone with our families, constantly emailing our families, and constantly having one-on-one conversations with our families. We want our families to know about the successes that our scholars are having, and we also want them to know that when things need to be improved, ways that we together can help them grow. We collaborate with our families as much as possible. We also, as a school, hold monthly family nights. Each family night has a different theme. We have reading and literacy family nights, we have math, we have science family nights, and that's the way that we bring our families in. They get to see the different work that their scholars are doing. We get to collaborate with them, and we really have a fun time during those nights. It's a great way to involve the community.
My name is Jatia McKnight. I am a 4th grade science teacher. I am currently going into my 6th year of teaching. This would be my 2nd year here at APA. Some of the characteristics of the school that make it unique, the first thing that comes to mind would be the culture. We have a very strong staff culture amongst the teachers and with the administration, and then we have a very strong school culture with our scholars. Our scholars are truly invested and brought in with the learning process and taking ownership and making sure that they actually earn mastery in their content and really getting their brain stronger so that they can go to college and do what they want in life. School leadership supports us to be great teachers because they treat us all as equals. Everyone here is considered a platinum teacher. There's no separation between leadership and the teachers. They're always in our classrooms. They are always on the front line to advocate for us, and they give us tons and tons and tons of feedback of how to become better teachers just by sitting in the back of the classroom and observing daily, taking over the lessons for you. So it's not just I sat in there and watched, but they actually come with the scholars and see some of the behaviors that different scholars may have and give us actual techniques that we can implement right there on the spot to become better and to do better in the classroom. We engage with the families of our students in many different ways. On the 4th Thursday of every month, we have family night. It's based on a different content area, so we'll have ELA, science, math, and we bring the families in and we actually do different activities. Our last family night, our leadership, Ms. Cannon, actually dressed up as Nona from Nona and Shrek, and she read a story to the families, and then each of the platinum teachers, we worked on like a comprehension activity with the parents. We have weekly Show What You Knows that go home with the scholars to let them know progress of scholars. We call We're often blamed for over communicating with our parents, and it's not just a matter of calling if there's negative behaviors, but we love to call and brag about scholars like performing well and just showing leadership or anything that we can have to call parents and have something positive to say.
My name is Erica Franklin. I teach 5th grade math. This is my 4th year of teaching, and this is my 1st year at APA. Some of the characteristics of the school that make Achievement Prep unique is that it's very consistent among each Platinum teacher. The scholars will have the same routines in every single class, so it allows them to really focus on the instruction and making sure they've mastered the material. They'll hear the same things in every single period, so they really know what to expect, and they're not worried about is something different going to happen, or is this an unsafe environment. They know that this is safe, they know what to expect, and they know that they're here to learn and get their brain stronger so they can be ready to go to college. And so I would just say that consistency really helps them and supports them to learn and grow. The school leadership supports us in being great teachers. Each and every day they're in our classroom, they're wondering what's happening with the scholars, they're wondering how they can help. I don't even know if I really think of them differently than another Platinum teacher. They're always with the scholars, they're always supporting the scholars. A very specific way they support us is every week we have meetings with the school leadership to talk about what we're doing for the next week and to talk about a specific goal that we're working on. So they're always checking in with us on that goal and making sure that we're meeting those goals to ultimately help our scholars achieve. I engage with the families of my scholars by making phone calls, by meeting them at family nights that we have each month on Thursday nights. So we get to do different activities and just talk about how their scholars are progressing. And really just making sure they're getting and returning their paychecks, which tells how their behavior is, how their scholars' behavior is in class, and then also their Show What You Know quizzes that they take each week. They get those, making sure that those are returned so that their parent is seeing how their progress is on those Show What You Know quizzes.
So my name is Elisa Roark, and I teach 4th grade reading. This is my 3rd year teaching and my 1st year teaching at Achievement Prep. So Achievement Prep is a very unique school because of the culture that we have here. We have a really strong culture of high expectations. It's a very joyful place to learn. It's a joyful place to teach, and it's just a really warm, inviting, friendly space. So our school leadership here really sets high expectations for us, just like we set high expectations for our scholars. So I know that I can go to them for any issues that I have. They set the tone for us every single day. We have our morning meetings and they come in and just really just set what expectations that they have for us, and that then gets translated down to how we interact with our scholars. And I really think the leadership is what makes this school what it is. So our families are a huge partner at our school. We have an open door policy where parents and families are invited to come in at any time and see what we're learning. We communicate with them through phone, through email, through text, through messages home. We send home paychecks that our scholars earn every week, and we just keep the communication really open and honest because we want what's best for our scholars, and we need our parents on board as partners to make sure that our scholars are achieving.